Yo guys, so Kaspa basically saw a little pump of how many percent? Guys, is that a little pump that we can potentially trust for Kaspa? Well, this is something that we are going to try to find out in this video. If you are new, consider subscribing, and of course remember that this video is not financial advice. They are just my opinions by looking at the charts, alright? So guys, let's have a look at short term firstly for Kaspa, and I also have prepared a couple of different things for you, so I believe that this is going to be information packed video, right? So please try to survive the 10 minutes or so and don't skip. Anyways guys, for hourly is basically still showing us downward momentum, right? Because Kaspa is basically printing what these lower highs, right, and lower lows, as we can see in here, right? That's something that obviously we knew yesterday already, but everything is going according to the plan by looking at falling wedge, right? And I believe what can happen for Kaspa, well, at least looking at this pattern, right, we can trade obviously in here, grab liquidity, and we got confirmations of a support in here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kaspa would basically dip into these levels, right? Especially on 4 hourly, considering that stochastic RSI is just about to do whoopsie doopsie, let's say. But obviously that is just a short term, guys. We are of course going to look at liquidity and different perspective for Kaspa. All right, daily time frame, let's have a look at the daily. Okay, the daily is basically showing us well, from the standpoint of stochastic RSI, that we are still going towards the downside. However, this thing is still going to be bottoming out for a while, I believe, right? We still have a little bit of a fuel to go towards the downside, but I believe we are still going to maintain this level of that falling wedge, right? And as you guys know, this is a bullish pattern. Now guys, looking at the ETFs, we see that as of yesterday we still have outflows of 122.8 million USD for BTC, right? And the price of BTC basically is spiking towards the upside right now. And yes, I know that this video is about Kaspa, but we have to look at the king of the market. All right, so guys, we had this perfect dip for BTC, grabbing that liquidity and doing flashy for these leverages, as you can clearly see, and now BTC is properly pumping, right? So looking at the weekly for BTC, we can see that stochastic RSI is basically going towards here, right? So the question is Bitcoin going to dip lower, right? Because that's definitely in cards, right? Let me actually zoom this thing out a little bit, and as you guys see, if BTC is going to dip, it's still going to, let's say, maintain the bullish structure, macro structure. So for example, if we are going to dip to levels of, let's say, well, here, well, probably 60k, not really, right? That would really shake out a lot of people, but let's say healthy 75 or something, right, to grab this liquidity from here, that's definitely not out of the question. It could happen, right? If it's not going to happen now, it might gonna happen later on, right? Because we can clearly see that we got dips in a bull cycle, last cycle, of 27-26% roughly, right? And this dip at the time of recording this video is what, 5 or 6%, right? So guys, we still potentially can experience a little bit of a downside, and the question is that negative price action for BTC going to push Kaspa towards the upside? Well, I believe that's possible, considering the fact that BTC's dominance is dropping at the moment. That's a weekly chart. However, if I'm going to go to 4 hourly, guys, we can see that 4 hourly is basically finding that support. Well, kind of. We found support in this green zone, and here we bounced towards the upside, and now BTC's dominance going towards the downside, right? This is very important chart to monitor in order to kind of see where we can expect altcoin season. So looking by stochastic RSI, we can see that this thing can potentially go towards this level, then get rejected from here, and then probably dump towards the downside, and this is when we are going to experience our altcoin season. However, by looking at this, remember, stochastic RSI now on a daily is basically showing us this. However, if I'm going to click at others dominance, which is a macro chart for Kaspa, we can see that stochastic RSI is in here. So could we see short-term shakeout for altcoins? Well, this is definitely not out of the question, because BTC is still dominating this market. We were at 60% not that long ago. Now we are at 58, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to experience a strong price action for Kaspa. Anyways, guys, we've got some good news, I believe, because Nacho got listed on buyconomy.com futures for now. I believe that's still a good kind of scenario. And now, guys, big shout out to Mr. Bitcoin Foodie Guy. He uploaded this. So this is basically showing us how much potential we still have with Kaspa, right? Kaspa is enlisted on Binance, Coinbase, OKX, up, Then we've got, I actually don't know what is this exchange, but probably a good exchange to, you know, have your Kaspa to list it on. And then we've got crypto.com and this one, which I'm not entirely sure, right? But we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exchanges, but obviously these 3 are big exchanges, not mentioning about up. So guys, we still have a lot of potential for Kaspa, and this is something that I have found for you. Mr. Goon Boy Crypto uploaded this, right? So this is basically Elliott wave theory, and we've got this wave 1, right, from these lows that we have experienced not that long ago, 2, 3, which could be around 20 cents, around that zone, then pullback, and then 5, finally leading us to the previous all-time highs, and then expansion towards the upside. Because when I'm going to go to Kaspa's chart, actually, let's have a look. Let's get out of this falling wedge, and we can clearly see, guys, that this is the case. We are still in uptrend for Kaspa. So what could potentially happen? Just like this dude said, something like this pump, obviously rejection from key levels of resistance, and then, you know, grinding towards the upside, because this is still a bullish structure. And I know, guys, you want these pumps. Okay, me too. All right, guys, another thing that I have found for you is actually this. So this is posted by Mr. Anarcho and Economy, big shout out. This is accumulation cylinder with widening mouth. So obviously that was posted a while ago. That was posted in October 9th, but I believe it's still valid since we are still trading in this channel for Kaspa on a weekly time frame. Kaspa could shoot up like crazy and could actually surprise many people. Of course, I'm not saying that this is going to happen because I don't know, nobody really knows, but basically looking at the data that I'm showing you in this video, we can presume that Kaspa still have some time to pump. Okay, but I would highly suggest, of course, not a financial advice, just my advice, just diversify your portfolio and don't put all of the eggs in your basket. This is how you are going to protect your capital. But anyways, looking at overall market, we are experiencing a recovery towards the upside after this little pullback, and things are looking more juicy. However, on a weekly, things are, well, not as juicy as they can potentially be on a weekly. All right, I believe that what we are experiencing at the moment in the market is just basically pre-taste of what altcoin season is going to be looking like. Now let's have a look at the liquidity. Let's firstly cover BTC's liquidity, and after that we are going to have a look at the different ones. So Binance on a daily, now basically everybody is still longing on Binance at least, and on 7 daily everybody is still shorting BTC. So what does it mean, right? We got 11.45 billion USD worth of shorts, and this is how it looks like on a weekly for BTC. So could BTC actually go to that 100k? Then dominance is going to go towards 60%, just like I was showing you. If BTC is going to follow this liquidity, let's say it's going to go to 100k, then probably we are going to, you know, go to 62% of dominance and then proper dump. And this is when we can expect our, you know, Kaspa and other coins obviously pumping. Also looking at 75 greed at the moment, it looks like that market cooled off a little bit and is going to be ready for the next leg towards the upside. So guys, let's have a look at Kaspa's liquidity and let's see what's going on for Kaspa. So firstly, let's put it over here, and after that we are going to look at Kaspa's heat map. So on a daily, everybody is longing Kaspa, right? Could we see a little bit of a pullback? Who really cares on a daily? Let's have a look at all of the exchanges on 7 daily for Kaspa. So everybody's shorting Kaspa, right? Everybody is so certain that Kaspa is going to go towards the downside. Well, let's see, because these leverage traders, which are what, 50x traders, I believe, can get their trades wrong potentially. So let's put Kaspa in here and let's see how things are rolling for our beloved Kaspa. So now guys, we've got liquidity, well, more liquidity towards 16 cents for Kaspa, which I believe can potentially follow this structure for Kaspa, grinding where is 16 cents. So 16 cents is going to be here. Okay, so this is what basically it's happening for Kaspa. Then it's going to be the double top, whatever, then the pullback. But as long as we are keeping on that, you know, let's say macro trend, uptrend ever since 4th of November, if I can actually call it macro, we can expect some bullishness for Kaspa. I believe that we shouldn't really lost our hopes for Kaspa. And now guys, you know, everybody has these good predictions for Kaspa. That's why I'm going to come back to this actually. So Kaspa is not available for many users all over the world, and there are so many channels that are actually talking about Kaspa. Obviously not big channels. I wouldn't consider my channel as a big channel, but I believe that once we are going to see the listings for Kaspa, then big YouTubers are going to probably be talking about Kaspa because it's going to be pumping, and then, you know, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And then Kaspa actually might gonna, you know, see much higher number in terms of ranking crypto, total crypto. Right? So guys, make sure that you just do your research with Kaspa, because I see the comments that are saying basically that Kaspa is a scam from Israel, whatever, and stuff like this, right? But it's always a scam until you're buying these green dildo candles and you're basically losing money, right? So again, I'm not telling you to purchase Kaspa, okay? I'm not telling you to purchase anything. Just do your own research and make sure that you are patient, I believe. And guys, let me know if you would like me to actually make a video about coins that I'm also bullish on despite Kaspa. That's it, what I've got for you in this video. I hope that this helps, and as always guys, peace and love crypto, and I'm going to see you in the next one.